please.
Brad Blanks from New York, you had the arduous task of having to do all the Twilight interviews. The stars of the Twilight films, you're the only Australian to get face-to-face interviews. You've done very well so far. And, mate, the last one, Taylor Lautner.
That's right, yes. This is the young fella that plays the wolf, Jacob. Now, in the first Twilight movie, we saw him, and he was kind of small. He was tiny. He was a little fella, and a lot of people thought he wouldn't develop into the Wolfman that is in the sequel. But he went out, worked out for 2 months, pumped his body up, and he's come back, kept the role, and he's huge in this movie.
Kept it away from Jason Bateman, who was hoping to relive his Teen Wolf days, and snatched the role away from him.
Now Taylor apparently he's going out with Taylor Swift. Apparently, they're two Taylors together.
Taylor Squared.
Taylor Squared. Brad, you have spent a lot of these Twilight interviews talking about men's abs and arms.
Andy, yes, I think the theme has probably carried on into this because this fella is the Wolfman. He runs around in the movie with his shirt off most of the time.
Well, let's see.
I mean, as a wolf or as a human?
As a human who turns into a wolf, and when he goes back to a human, he's just got abs and pecs.
Where do his clothes go when he turns into a wolf? Do they bust off? Do they just fall off him?
Yeah, but he always turns out with shoes and shorts on, so it's quite weird. They must have them hidden in the forest, I think.
So when he comes back from being a wolf, he's dressed?
No, he's got like shorts and shoes on, and then his top's always off. He's always got his top off. Just
the only logical hole in the film. The rest is science.
All right, let's see how you went with Taylor Lautner, who also featured in Cheaper by the Dozen too.
Taylor Lautner, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing
Yeah, this must be a pretty good time for you. Pretty relaxed. You know?
Absolutely. I don't know, relaxed, but it is a good time, that's for sure.
Now, I'm going to start off. Everyone's still talking about that. There's a magical moment in the film where you do unleash your T-shirt.
Right. You do unleash your T-shirt.
Yeah, you just sort of whip it off. Can you talk about your transformation into this animal of a man?
Sure, why not? When I was filming Twilight, I knew I had a lot of work ahead of me because I definitely was not the Jacob that was described in New Moon. So as soon as I finished filming Twilight, I started hitting the gym, lifting the weights, but the most important part was eating, and eating a lot of food, a lot of calories.
Yep. No donuts?
No donuts.
Oh, right.
Those, for some reason, they told me that doesn't help the abs.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, is it good to be a part of this love triangle?
It's good to play it. I would not want to be in Jacob's situation.
Are there moments that Jacob thinks, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get this chick?
Yeah, I do think there's moments where he feels pretty confident. He thinks Edward is gone and never coming back. Yep. So he's like, this is my time to show this girl what I can give to her and how much I love her.
It's kind of sad for you because you're quite a good guy in this movie, and
it is.
Poor fella, and you got like abs and stuff. You should be able to get the chick.
Well, I mean, when I read the book, I felt really bad for Jacob's character, but now that I played him, I lived him with Kristen, I feel that much worse.
The fans, how have they attacked you over the last year?
I wouldn't call it attacking.
No underwear thrown at you?
Not in a while.
Oh, right. So you got that before you became Jacob?
Before I came New Moon Jacob.
Right, yeah, you're Cheaper by the Dozen too. That's when the underwear started coming.
No,
right.
I did not have any underwear at that point.
Oh, right.
I got the underwear when we were filming Twilight.
Oh, right, good. Well, good. At least you got underwear. I'm still waiting for that moment in my
You
life.
let me know when that happens.
Yeah, so abs, pecs, and muscly arms.
There you go.
Then I'll have it, yeah. All right, well, it's good to see you, mate. You're a champion.
Awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Brad,
okay.
Thanks.
Now we've come to the end of this series of interviews. You've spent the whole time hitting on the guys, which is against your usual MO.
I was exploring their characters, Hamish, because there's a lot of female fans of these guys, and they wanted to know. And I attempted to hit on Kristen Stewart, but she was just so guarded in my attempts when I had a crack at her.
Well, if you had to pick a favourite, Braddles, of the blokes, you got Michael Sheen, Taylor Lautner, or Robert Pattinson, who would it be? I mean, you've had a big crush on
I reckon, well, here you go, Hamish, that's a great question. I reckon Robert Pattinson, was the best giggler, and he's kind of the goofiest. Taylor Lautner's probably the guy you want to go out and have a beer with, and Michael Sheen, the guy you probably just want to sit around and drink whiskey with. So there you go.
I like you've changed drinks.
Braddles, well done. All your interviews will be at hamishandandy.com of all the Twilight stars. We'll catch up with you in future weeks, mate.
Yeah, good on you, fellas. See you later.
Mate.